Giraffes are definitely one of the favorites here at Natural Bridge Wildlife Ranch. Known in the scientific community as Giraffe camelopardalis, they are the tallest of all land mammals and one of the most unique creatures on our planet. Their magnificence has been celebrated by millions over a course of centuries. Images of giraffes over 9,000 years old have been carved into cave walls in South Africa. They have also been etched on tombs of pharaohs. The Caesars of Rome used giraffes in bloody Colosseum battles. And in modern times, NASA scientists have studied giraffe anatomy in relation to helping the space program. It is even rumored that a giraffe named Giraffe, given to France in the 1800s, inspired the design of the Eiffel Tower. From top to bottom, giraffes have features that are undeniably recognizable. Everything about a giraffe is big. The giraffe's legs alone are taller than most humans, thus giving them extremely long strides and allowing them to accelerate at speeds up to 35 miles an hour. It's because of their speed that they were given the name that comes from the Arabic word Giraffe, which means one that walks very fast. The giraffe takes strides 15 feet long, and they walk much differently than most other four-hooved animals. They move the legs on one side of their body, and then they move both legs on the other side of their body. These fascinating animals can reach a height of 19 feet, and male giraffes can weigh as much as 3,000 pounds. A giraffe's heart alone is about 2 feet long and can pump about 20 gallons of blood every minute. Giraffes also have beautifully spotted coats, which can be used to differentiate one individual from another. Just like our human fingerprints, no two giraffes have exactly the same spotted pattern. When baby giraffes are born, their mothers remain standing upright, which means the infants endure a rather rude welcome into the world by dropping 6 feet to the ground. A newborn giraffe is nearly 6 feet tall. They can stand within a half an hour, and they can run alongside their mothers in only 10 hours after birth. Newborns are referred to as calves. The females are called cows, and the adult males are called bulls. The oldest giraffe known in captivity lived to be 40 years old and is actually the great-great-grandmother of the youngest generations of giraffes we have here at the Wildlife Ranch. In the wild, a few giraffes have been known to live close to 27 years, but the average lifespan of a wild giraffe is only 10 years. Giraffes are the only animals to be born with horns, which are actually called ossicones. They're born with their ossicones laying flat on their head. After their birth, their ossicones will stand up and then fuse to the young giraffe's skull. Giraffes have such big bodies that their heads actually appear small, even though they can measure up to 2 feet long. Their huge head sits atop their 6-foot-long neck, which has actually just as many bones as humans do, 7. A giraffe's neck bones are much larger than ours, of course, and can reach up to 10 inches long. Since giraffes are herbivores, their height comes to be a huge advantage when they browse the leaves and buds that the other animals can't reach. Giraffes live in Africa, but they are only found in certain parts of the continent, usually on the tree-dotted plains or open forest. They are seldom seen in deserts or dense forests. The acacia trees are their favorite plants to eat, and the giraffe's 21-inch long tongue helps them easily weave through the thorns of those trees and pluck the tasty morsels from the branches. Giraffes have prehensile tongues, meaning they can wrap their tongue around objects and grasp them, similar to the human finger. They can even clean their ears and pick their nose. It is said that their bluish coloration of their tongue actually is built-in sunscreen. Giraffes spend most of their time eating, and like cattle, they regurgitate their food and chew it again as cud. One giraffe can eat hundreds of pounds of leaves each week and must travel miles and miles to find enough food to sustain it. Because a giraffe in the wild gets so much moisture from the food it eats, it usually does not have to drink large amounts of water. When a giraffe does want to drink, it must bend its knees and spread its front legs apart. In that position, it makes a giraffe very vulnerable to predators. Giraffes lead placid lives. They have very few enemies and appear very docile, but they are fully equipped to defend themselves. Lions, leopards, and hyenas may attack baby giraffes, but they seldom try and kill an adult. But the kick of one giraffe can be a lethal weapon to an attacking lion. On some occasions, male giraffes use their necks and spar by whipping their heads and their necks on other males. This brawl is referred to as necking. And although the fights look like a dance rather than a dueling match, each blow is backed by a ton of force, and the impact can break bones and can be heard hundreds of yards away. Besides their symbiotic relationship with the oxpeckers, who remove ticks and mites from their coats, giraffes need to keep the flying insects at bay as well. For that, they have a 3-foot-long tail that also has 3-foot-long hairs attached to it that makes a very effective fly swatter to bat away those pesky flies or mosquitoes. Each hair on a giraffe's tail is actually 20 times thicker than the hair on a human head. Giraffes also have the largest eyes and field vision of any hoofed mammal. Their awesome vision combined with their height is what makes a giraffe truly a living watchtower. And these giant watchtowers roam the African continent in small groups of about a half a dozen. Their magnificent height makes it easy to spot danger lurking around them. But lions aren't the only predators affecting giraffes. Humans are putting an intense amount of pressure on wild giraffe populations. Little known to most, the world has lost half of the wild giraffes in the last 15 years. Natural Bridge Wildlife Ranch has focused efforts to help create awareness to this alarming fact. We were blessed with the birth of only the 9th set of known living giraffe twins in the world, which in turn sparked the inspiration and partnership with an amazing documentary titled Last of the Longnecks. In the end, there is no denying that giraffes really are magnificent creatures and one of the true engineering marvels of Mother Nature.